What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Car Domain. Today we're going to be talking about a very controversial issue amongst the car community as a whole, the new Toyota Mark V Supra, or should we be calling it the BMW Z4? A lot of people, including me, have been very skeptical of this new Toyota Supra, and for good reason too, primarily because a lot of people are saying, and I want to say this too to a certain extent, it is just a rebadged BMW Z4 Roadster. Now, I know a lot of people agree with that because A, it seems like Toyota didn't really do much. Now, they did tune the suspension and the engine and some other parts, so it's not a completely, BMW product, but the majority of the car, you can't deny, it is a BMW. Now, if you look at it from this perspective, you're getting a BMW as a Toyota, right? BMW interior quality with the Toyota, that's not a bad thing. You get a nice BMW interior. Now, you can go on and on about how the BMW engines and the transmissions and the electronics are complete garbage. You can say that. But the interiors are pretty good compared to what you see in a Toyota, right? Because it is a premium German luxury car, a BMW. That's what it is. It's not a mass production, well, it is mass produced, but it's not a mass production economy car, which an economy car isn't made to be a high roller baller luxurious ride. It's made to be an economical choice for people that don't have as much money as the BMW or Mercedes owner would have, right? Now you're getting that in a Toyota, right? A BMW interior. The interiors look very, very similar. I don't think Toyota changed much except a little bit from here and there. I think the gauge cluster is different also. Personally, I feel like Toyota maybe let themselves go a little bit too far with this new Supra. Now, there's an interesting point that Akio Toyoda made about the Toyota Supra, how he wanted to. Akio Toyoda is the guy who's in charge of Toyota, right? He is a master class driver. He's a race guy, he's a car guy. He's in charge of Toyota, basically. He's the one who goes to races and stuff, and then he's done his own share of motorsports too. So he's a cool guy overall, right? Akio Toyoda was saying how he wanted to keep the heritage of the Toyota Supra, how he wanted to preserve that heritage that the Toyota Supra had of that inline-six engine. Now, if you look at it from that angle, okay, I understand. Now, right now, Toyota does not have an inline-six, besides the BMW one they got. Everything else is a V6 configuration or a V8 or an inline-four. They don't have the 2JZ anymore, or the 3JZ, which is non-existent. They don't have a 3JZ. So if they were to put a V6 in it, people would be like, oh, that's disgusting. You're ruining the Toyota Supra. So from that angle, I see what he means. It could, yeah, you are ruining the heritage a little bit. But heritage, tradition, country, honor. Think of that. You have the Toyota Supra. Now, I know people are going to be bringing up in the comment section the inline-six that the 2JZ was. Part of it was not a Toyota design. It was actually designed partially by Yamaha, which is true. But both companies are Japanese, you have to keep that in mind. It was solely a Japanese product from the land of the rising sun. There was no German involvement with the Mark IV Supra. It was a homegrown product. So when Akio Toyoda says that he chose that in order to preserve heritage and tradition, I get kind of skeptical when he brings that up, because you're not really preserving the Japanese spirit if it's a German engine. Do you see where that doesn't make any sense there? Now, personally, I think people wouldn't give a damn if you would put a V6 in the Toyota Supra. If it was a reliable unit, if it could hold a lot of boost reliably, if it didn't break, people would be fine with it. It'd be the new 2JZ. It'd be the 2VZ or whatever the hell you want to call it. Something similar happened several decades ago. If you guys are fans of Nissan, you might know what I'm talking about. The legendary Z car, the Fair Lady Z, the 240Z had a straight 6 engine. So did the 280ZX also had one, and the 300ZX is where they switched to a V configuration, and they switched a long time ago, and the world went on. Nothing happened with the V6 configuration. No one was like, oh my god, I'm not going to buy the fucking Z car anymore. That didn't happen. And if you still wanted a straight 6 engine, you could still buy it, albeit not in the States. The GTR, the Skylines, they had the straight 6 engine still, the RB25s and the RB26s and the RB20 DETs. Nissan moved to the VQ platform, then the VHR platform, I think, now in the modern day 350, 370Zs, and even in the GTR, that's a V6 now too. But it's still Japanese. It's a Japanese product. It's a Japanese engine. It's not a BMW engine. So in reality, do I really think people would have been that disgusted by a V6 made by Toyota? I don't think they would have. And I think the FT1 concept, which is, by the way, a beautiful, beautiful car that we are never going to see, unfortunately, I think that was using a V6. Supposedly, it was using a V6 from what I remember. But yeah, there you go. If people would have known they were going to get a inline 6 from BMW, they would have been really, really happy to say, you know what, Toyota, put that V6 in there. That's my thoughts on it. I think that's what people would have been saying about that. Now, performance-wise, I think the Supra isn't a bad car necessarily. I think it does fill in the gap where we need a sporty turbo coupe. For years now, people have been talking about a turbo GT86, a turbo BRZ, a turbo Scion FRS, although Scion isn't a thing anymore. And we've been complaining to Toyota, where is the turbo FRS? It is underpowered. We need more horsepower. If you were to go up against a V6 minivan Honda Odyssey, you would lose in a Scion FRS or a GT86 or a BRZ. And people have been asking for a turbo edition. No, I don't think we're going to get a turbo BRZ or a GT86 because the Toyota Supra has effectively filled in that gap where we wanted more power, we wanted a turbo, more horsepower, more torque. We got it with the Toyota Supra. So in a sense, we got the turbo GT86 we always wanted, I guess, but not the way we thought it would be, if that makes any sense. Going back to performance on this car and its price point. In the other video I talked about price points and alternatives for the Toyota Supra. Now, to me, I think the Toyota Supra is underpowered. I think it should have been launching with more horsepower. Like, you're running boost, man. Come on. I'm pretty sure you could get up to at least 380 HP. That's the complaint of a lot of people. For the price and for the horsepower you're getting, it doesn't make any sense. Why isn't there more horsepower to it? What's going on there? You can get the Corvette for cheaper and it has a hell of a lot more horsepower. The Mustang, albeit I will admit the handling must be superb as it was being benchmarked against the Porsche Cayman, which is a Porsche, you know, that is the benchmark. The Porsches are the benchmark in the sports car, supercar, hypercar, and just racetrack land in general. They are very, very well-made cars, very, very track-focused machines, especially the GT3 RS, the GT2 RS, their LMP1 car, I think, the 919 diesel, I think, with the V4 configuration, that car. So yeah, they are the benchmark. And the new Supra was going up against that on the track, and they were trying to match its performance to that. And when you look at it at that angle, you're getting a Porsche Cayman for less money, which is a good deal for us, right? So bravo to Toyota for managing to get on the Porsche Cayman's level with a more affordable solution, right? Do I think the Toyota Supra Mark V will fail drastically? I don't think it will. I think people will warm up to it slowly but surely. But I do think Toyota made some big mistakes with the car, and a lot of people will always be bringing it up to them no matter what they do. That will always be with Toyota for the rest of their lives. This whole rebadging, badge engineering is a callback, you know, to when General Motors used to rebadge Toyota cars and just put on a Chevy logo on it, right? There you go. Toyota picked up a thing or two from the Americans, right? Now, there's also news of a revived MR2, supposedly. Now, this is interesting because I'm wondering, Toyota does not have the platform at all for a mid-engine sports car. Hell no, they don't. Are they going to use the MRS? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Possible people they could pair up with Porsche as a prime candidate. I don't think BMW because they don't have one right now. Lotus could be someone they could pair up with also. Imagine having a Toyota MR2 tuned by Lotus, engined by Toyota, right? I mean, I think the Lotus Elise uses the Toyota 2ZZFE engine or something like that. I know the Lotuses use a Toyota engine, so it wouldn't be that far-fetched to have them use the Lotus platform for the MR2 platform. It just makes sense, right? They've worked together before, why not now? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the Mark V Toyota Supra in the comment section down below. Do you think it's a gigantic failure to Toyota, or do you think its failures are being blown drastically out of proportion, that it's not that bad? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and keep tuned here to Car Domain for future videos. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. As always, have a nice day.